Welcome back to the randInt podcast with Raffy and Chandra. Hooray! Now, for those of you at home actually watching the video, yes, Chandra hasn't turned into a bug. He just wants to look like one with the Apple Vision Pro.
I've moved on from this world. The virtual world is way better.
So, just to
Instead
describe
of looking at the beach and the sun here, I can now look at a virtual beach.
But for those who are just doing this on audio only, just imagine like any sort of, Ultraman or Bug Rider or any bug-based superhero. That's what Chandra's head currently looks like, with this giant ski goggly,
That's right,
reflective thing
like a
on his
superhero.
face. Yeah, like the dumbest ones. Like it was like Beetleborg or something. Wasn't that something? No.
I'm just hearing awesomeness, that's all. But
Well, I mean,
if anybody ever needs multiple monitors while they're on the go, Apple Vision Pro, absolutely the best.
Nah.
There's been a recent update now, and I've just got my old M1 MacBook from 2020, and on that, I have a 3-meter wide widescreen monitor in front of me, which is almost 90, or about 60, 70 degrees from one side to the other. It is awesome.
Now, this is our third
You may
time
look like an idiot, however, on the upside,
it can also feel like an idiot, because whilst we were trying to do this, is the third time actually starting.
You also get a bit of a neck workout as well. Yeah, it's got a little bit of weight to it, so neck lift on.
He actually, when we first started to record it, he actually couldn't find the window because he pushed it too far to the side, so it looked like he was looking out the window. So if you genuinely want to feel and look like an idiot, get an Apple Vision.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Yes, this is also, you might also, dear listener, want to get a boat, because people will avoid you, so you might as well be a hem.
Yeah, well, I was it is a bit of a busy anchorage because there's a bit of a storm happening, and it was one, so sort of in a bit of a hidey hole. You don't really want people coming too close to you. This is
one way to repel them.
Exactly.
In fact, spray the bug repellent to keep you away.
It'd be great. They'd be like, well, better stay away from that boat.
Well, actually, this is a perfect segue into the topic of this episode, which is the weirdest smart devices, or the smartest dumb things that have recently come out. And I thought we would cover, there's a bit of a trend going on. It started a little while ago where everything had to be smart or app integrated, right? And now it's moved on to...
What's the point otherwise?
Well, yeah, right.
But it should be AI app enabled.
Yes. Well, now it's moved into smart being AI for everything. And yes. So we thought we would cover some of our favorite, less favorite sort of devices that I personally think, what the hell, why, right? So yeah, here's our, well, not top 3, and one that I've actually changed my mind on. So that is something. Considering I'm just looking at your list, and it begins. Now he's elected to have this as his number 1 smart dumb device, and that is the Apple Vision Pro. So Chandra, do you want to take away why this is?
The Apple Vision Pro is like the ultimate meeting between weird as hell, but also equally awesome. And in case you're not watching the YouTube video, you do look like an absolute idiot. And there are people that walk around outside with it on.
Seconded.
Respect.
That's one word.
Someday, I think this will be the norm. Maybe not this particular form factor, but having some sort of screen.
Yeah, all right, fine. Like glasses, fine. Like AR, fine. But ski goggles that are like super shiny and reflective.
Yeah, why would you not wear ski goggles everywhere? You can match it with a ski mask, and you'll be just mistaken for a regular rubber. It's fine.
Or something from a horror movie. One of the other. Just get your complimentary chainsaw to go with it.
There's like a lot of impractical things about it. It's moderately heavy, and I've got like a nice aftermarket comfy strap on. And through 3 hours, after about 3 hours, do start to feel the weight. Like, it's a very comfortable strap, but there's like 10 kilos sitting on your head. And so it does weigh you down a bit. And, officially the battery life probably only lasts a couple of hours, so I've got to keep the battery pack plugged in as well if you're doing like an extended
Totally
day of
wireless.
work. Giving it to other people to try is a real pain because then they have to reconfigure it for them, and the faceplate is like custom picked for you. You have to do like a face scan before you go, and they give you the right size for you, not for other people. So it's hard to just even be like, here, try this.
Which
And
we
when you do, you have
tried.
to like walk them through. Here, click here. It's like, where? Over there. No, not that. No, do this. So it's very difficult. And once you get the hang of it, however, it's fine. But that it's very much made as you have to be an early adopter to want to even try this.
Well, it's also made because it's like, oh, look, no one else is going to want to try it, so we might as well just make it for one person. There is no
Pretty much.
sharing
They're
of the
like,
device.
there's a small portion of idiots in the world who will test this and give us lots of feedback. I may be one of them. Even
So I
other
suppose it's
like
kind of
annoying things is the way they've done it. Everything's like magnetically clipped together. All the so which is reasonably secure and it's very comfortable and it allows you to swap things out. However, if you give it to somebody and they hold it by the magnetic clipped thing, it falls off.
it's
So
only
you
what,
have
like
to be very careful.
$3,000 or
You
something.
have to very carefully hold it in the right place.
Essentially, this is like the
Like your
equivalent
iPhone
of
4, you're
like
holding it wrong.
this is like the smart equivalent of like a smart toothbrush. It's not for sharing, it's
No,
yours. Don't
no.
give it. Don't even try to pass it on to someone else.
This is like very much a one-player game. But on the flip side, I gotta say, this is because I've had the Quest as well, which is great. Like, it was good. Some games, but I think I tried using it as a second monitor as well. I was like, yeah, so, not too bad, but a bit pixelated, and it's just like, remember the pre-Retina display days, and then you use a Retina display, and you're like, oh yeah, it's hard to kind of,
Yeah.
see the pixels kind of thing, or just that subtle little lag and stuff. It's just not terrible, but you notice it. And they have solved so many of the things in this. So for me, my main use case is because I want to, when I'm programming and stuff, it's nice to have multiple monitors, but I don't really have any place to put multiple monitors and travel around. Whereas
What do you
put
mean?
this
You're on a
on,
boat. I mean, so it's so stable. It's so found.
it's a tiny house.
Yes, it doesn't rock back and forth at all.
Exactly. And so before, when I first got it, they had just like the regular display mirror from your MacBook, and still a little bit laggy and stuff, and it was okay, it was fine. But a couple of months ago, they released an update where there's an ultra wide monitor setting, and even from my 2020 MacBook, it is buttery smooth, high resolution. They do the smart like rendering thing where when you're looking at something, it's in focus. The other bits are a little bit out of focus, but as soon as you look at something, like, it's sharp in focus proper. And they've just done it really nice. Like, you just open your laptop and there's a button that's sitting above your laptop that just says connect. And you just tap on that button, and suddenly there's a giant screen in your room. It would literally be almost 2 or 3 meters from side to side. And it's big, readable text as well. So it's really, really nice. Even like just watching a movie, it's like you're at IMAX, and you can choose the seat that you want to be at. And people have even made like the aftermarket sort of 3D, like AI 3D for movies. So I was like, whatever, it won't be that good, but just load up a movie and you press 3D, and it looks like 3D. So it is quite cool. And one of the other people here at the moment, they've got an Insta3D camera. So we
Oh,
tried it with the
nice.
low res version, and even that was pretty cool. So they went diving and they brought their 360 footage, and you're there looking at the fish go past as you're looking around.
Wow.
That was pretty cool. And that was just in like, I think 1080p resolution. We found out there's a way to do it in 8K and actually get high resolution. So I'm going to try that later. But yeah, I think this is kind of like the way that computers will definitely move. I think.
Well, I mean, it's been said before, like, Google Glass and all that stuff. We'll see. But I will say that
give it time.
if for a
This is
Generation
not
1
at
device,
socially acceptable level currently, but everything up until now, like, they weren't socially acceptable and they were pretty good, but not wow, mind-blowing kind of thing. This, mind blown. But yeah, you wouldn't want to like step outside the house.
Well, I mean, I hope that it's if it does become a thing, it is not in the form factor that you're currently using it, Mr. Bugman. But I wanted to highlight a true fail, in my opinion, which is something called Happy Fork, which is a smart fork.
I thought it said
right.
happy fork.
Oh, I think it's meant to be happy, right? Or happy,
Right.
whatever.
Okay.
It's like it's a fork. Literally, it's a fork with a haptic motor that vibrates if you're eating too quickly. And like
Right.
it has an app. Like, never did I think.
Ooh, hang on. Think of the data you could generate. How many mouthfuls per meal, average speed per fork bite. Imagine if it's got a weight sensor and you could calculate the number of grams you've eaten per bite at what rate.
I was just like, like I'm sure you can slap some sensors and
this is information
we
haven't had access to before.
And probably never wanted.
That's not the point. What if you use
like,
AI to learn as well? Please tell me it does that.
No, I think this was a little bit like, because I went with not just AI enabled, I wanted to cover some, this trend started like 5 to 10 years ago, where things just had an app for stuff.
Internet.
And I was like, why? Right? And my second one is like the ideal thing. I love the product, but I hate the fact that it has an app. So, but then I was like, I remembered this from ages and ages ago, and I was like, oh, I have to actually Google around, because I don't think it was too popular, because who knew the market for smart forks isn't particularly high. But maybe they're still around, actually. I haven't actually
something you must build it and they will come. I think that's what the saying is, right? Yes.
But that was like don't get me wrong, I actually like what it was trying to do, which is slow down your eating, because I eat too quickly, like especially currently it's Ramadan. And I both the wife and I sat down, I think last week, and we broke fast, and like 8 minutes later, like she was like, holy moly, like we just finished a meal in 8 minutes, like both of us. And she's not usually
if only you had a happy fork.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, so it's like, I like the idea
if you got one
of it,
and gave it as a gift to your wife, would that be considered rude?
Actually, I think I need it more than her, because I normally will eat things in like 8 minutes or whatever. So I like the idea of what it was trying to do, but maybe there's a different way than putting it on a fork, But what that is, like kudos for trying. But I just was like,
effort.
Yeah. Like, don't probably need a fork, but yeah. Actually, on that note, because we were talking about like smart toothbrushes, like being the Vision Pro, that there is actually an AI integrated toothbrush.
Of course there is. I would not be surprised.
Why? What exactly is your toothbrush going to do with AI?
Hey, it could integrate with your dentist, and I don't know. Okay.
There actually is something, I think it's the Oral-B something or other, that has a dent. But why? What does it, like, it's a toothbrush.
I don't know. My dentist keeps asking me, did you brush your teeth? I keep saying yes. Who knows?
Oh, wow. And AI says yes. The summary is yes. Like, they spent, 3 minutes instead of two and a half.
Exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, those are my first two. Well, 1.5. What's your next smart device that's dumb?
That's something that I kind of wanted initially, but now I'm like, maybe I don't. But one of the problems I have is getting fresh groceries. So I was like, it'd be really cool to have a.
You've got so much land space.
Totally. I was like, be great. Like, what if I had a little herb garden to start me off? But being able to grow a lettuce or a tomato would be amazing. Like a tomato would be like $5 here. So I was like, growing a tomato would be kind of cool. And I looked at the whole hydroponics thing, because I was like, cool. It's the most efficient way. And you can optimize it. Then as I looked at that more, of course,
are you turning into like
garden?
I'm like, dear listeners, I'm not sure if Chandra's not turning into an international drug lord. Hydroponics on a boat on international waters.
Hey, they're herbs, all right? It's a herb garden.
Okay. Whatever you say. Yeah. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Nod. But yeah, So there's all these app-controlled ones that control the light and the, I don't know much about watering and plants, but I assume water and light and things. However, they're all very proprietary. You have to order pellets of plants, like starter things, from them.
Yeah.
So they've essentially got a subscription model on gardening. So I was like, all right, well, this isn't going to work.
That said, like, is that any different to regular farming? Like, isn't there like a big push from Monsanto and all the other big, yeah, like where they have like the, yeah. So it's just normal farming now.
You know, can I just take some basil, leftover basil, plant it, and get more basil? Like, it just seems like the ultimate curry thing.
No.
It's free food. I mean,
that's not how nature's meant to work anymore. There's no subscription. How can you monetize it?
Yes, I'm looking for unmonetized gardens.
See, this is where it's like, no, big tech says no. My other one is something that I actually had it. It's probably just back on the charger, which is
so it works perfectly.
No, like I actually used it, but that is the hilarious thing to say about my coffee mug. The Ember coffee mug is back on the charger at the moment because it is a smart coffee mug it's got a little battery inside and keeps your coffee warm. Because what happens is I genuinely do this all the time where I buy a coffee and I'll just be running around. Even if this is at work, I'll start drinking just like normal coffee and I get busy and then I forget. Then I come back like an hour or two later and it's like ice cold because theaters always are. But even if I'm at home, I will start drinking it, start working, then I get kind of obsessed with something, and then I look up and it's been hours and the coffee is cold. So this genuinely is useful. Now, the only annoying thing about this is like, you're like, okay, great. Coffee, cup, turns on, keeps things warm. If you want to change anything, you need the app, right? Like, so literally, like the only thing you can really control is the temperature. So instead of like, I don't know, a dial, a button, anything, no, there's an app for that for no apparently good reasons. Not only do I need a charger,
cleanliness. That way there's no buttons on your coffee cup because that would be crazy.
I don't know, like have a twistable base that adjusts like the temperature. I don't
where's
like
the design in that. It's minimalist.
It looks exactly the same, you know? So my coffee cup currently needs a charger and an app to function.
I would laugh, but I also have one, and the charger died.
Like, it is, yeah, like, you know, like, I refuse now. Like, I set it to whatever temperature, and it keeps on flashing random signals. I don't know if it means anything anymore, but I'm like, nah, I'm just not downloading the app. This is gonna work by default. I can't be charging and then app controlling my coffee cup every day.
More of the story, you should get a tea mug. I'm sure there'll be another one that's tea specific.
Well, there is like a travel mug version which said something about tea, but like, you know, I was like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore.
Let me guess, you need a separate app for that one.
I haven't looked, but probably. Well, what's your next one?
Smart water bottles. So I'm not somebody who's known for drinking a lot of water. I was like, oh, I should probably do that more. Because normally I'm just like, well, if I'm thirsty, I'll drink some water. We've managed to evolve a long time without needing to like just have to drink as an now. I'm like, thirsty, I'll drink. That's it, forget. Then I drink some water. I'm like, I do feel better. So then, of course, I'm like, where's the data? And of course, there are smart water bottles. I was like,
what does it do?
Well, it tells you how many times you've filled up the bottle and actually connects to Apple Health as well. And will tell you how many liters of water you've drunk for the day.
Like, really? Like, do we need, like, are we going to get smart toilet? Actually, that's probably actually useful.
Yep, smart toilets are already a thing.
No, toilet paper dispenser. No, think about it. It's like you're running out of toilet paper and it just orders you more. That would actually be useful. Like,
well, there you go. I mean, company right there.
That would.
I haven't quite gone down the smart water bottle route yet, but yeah, there's also going to be another hour. There's ones that like nudge you on your phone to the app to send you a reminder to drink your water. There's other ones that just buzz at you and don't have an app. But of course, you want the one that logs the data to your phone, right? Otherwise, what's the point?
I wouldn't mind if they had one where you set it up, right? And it sends you a text message. Like, I just can't be asked having like 20 different apps. So now you want
your water bottle to have a SIM card and right.
No, like my issue is like they're all like smart health functions, right? But for whatever reason, like fine, if you need an app to set it up once and then you can delete the app, fine, like, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? But it's like all the ecosystems connect into Google Health or Apple Health or a variety of platforms. But it's like most of them, like the Ember, to do anything functional, you need the app, right? I'm like, no, I just want to set it up once. Like, that's fine. Like, have a web-based, like, you could do web-based setup. Like, these things exist, right? And then use the existing notification channels. Don't, like, freaking make me have an app just so it can ding me, because that just annoys the crap out of me. So it's just like, yeah, like text, like, I don't know, it sends, like, you can use your phone as, like, the base and just sends you a text or uses the built-in other things. Like, why do you have to go and, like, it's just
Maybe
so
it
many.
could just beep.
Yeah, like, isn't, like, how many versions of reinventing the wheel can you do, right? Like,
Yeah. And the funny one, which not on my list, but I was a bit annoyed it hadn't that, but now I kind of get it, is the coffee roaster. So I've got a coffee roaster because it's very hard to buy fresh beans here. So green beans last for a while, so I keep them on the boat and just roast them as I need them. But the coffee roaster also has an app.
Oh, God.
Which initially I was like, well, this is stupid. Then I was like, kind of get it, because for roasting coffee, you need like the roast profile. So, you know, how quickly does it go from cold to hot, and then how hot does it get, and then what does the temperature graph look like after? And that's how you kind of like optimize.
Put it in the oven, man.
Yeah, it doesn't really work as well.
Is it actually useful?
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
And
well,
so,
I mean, I suppose that's not a fail then.
yeah, so I was like, oh, initially I was like, well, this is stupid. And I'm like, I can't think of a better way. Because otherwise, what you have to do is sit there fiddling with a pressure dial, with a dial.
Yeah, it seems much more.
You know.
See, it's like much more natural, organic, if you like. It's
Yeah, totally.
artisanal.
Very artisanal.
Actually, on that note, like the one, like my other one that I genuinely think is dumb is the current. Well, I used to think is dumb, but now I'm changing my mind on it, which is like smart appliances. You know, like washing machines and stuff, and like smart fridges. Like, I remember the first version, which where there's a tablet stuck to your fridge door. And I'm like, well, this thing's gonna just go out of date very quickly. And then what do I do with it? Like, why do I need a screen on my door, on my fridge door? And I was like, it's like just to look up recipes. I'm like, you know, you have a phone and a tablet and every other thing. Like, I can have a normal tablet instead of like it being stuck onto the fridge door. But this is one I've actually changed my mind on, because the most recent one, because, you know, Samsung, best brand ever, decided to add AI, which again, I initially was like, this is so dumb, right? But what I didn't realize is the fridge, and this is going to sound ridiculous, has a camera.
Yes, of course it does.
At the top. Like there's been a version which has a camera on the inside, so you can kind of see what's inside your fridge without opening it and losing the temperature thing, which I was like, such an overkill of a
Could just
thing.
open the fridge. But yeah.
Yeah. But like, you know, like fine, you lose some of the coldness and like the compressor. I don't know if it's more energy efficient, but whatever, right? But this time, what they actually have is a camera that's outside pointing down, and I was like, oh no, they're gonna add like telecom, like Zoom calls to the fridge. But what it actually does, which I thought was really clever, is that as you put food in, the camera triggers, scans, like to detect what it is, and logs it for you. So it's like if you buy, I don't know, chicken or eggs, right? It detects eggs and timestamps when it went in. So you basically have like a pantry log automatically, which I was like,
what I'm hearing is you're teaching the supermarkets. You're training supermarkets.
No. This is like Samsung would never do that. They're known for
never
being a giant conglomerate that never. But that I hadn't actually thought of, like, as in, you know, like I didn't think of it as a use case, and I was like, that would actually be genuinely useful. Like if you're going to the grocery and you're like, do I have eggs? And then you go, oh, you try to remember, and you're like, actually, I can see on my smart fridge, like, and like, you know, every time you, like, I don't know, you buy a dozen eggs or something, you take two out. I think it actually tracks and can, like, you know, it's vision based. It's not going to be perfect, but it's better than guesstimating, right? And it's always connected, so you can check at any time. So I was like, that is something that I've changed my mind on. And then, like, you know, there's the new Samsung washing machines have AI built in, which again, I was like, clean the clothes. Like, why do you need AI? And then the guy, Beneem, who we've been trying to get on the show for the last little while, but the timing's just never worked out. He was saying that he's trialed it and basically had like a little current draw device stuck onto the washing machine. The AI profiles actually do save energy, so it detects like the load.
Maybe I should try them. They seem to take longer, so I don't use them on mine. Because I also had my Samsung washing machine had an app, and I was like, well, this is stupid.
Samsung for the Apple?
Yeah, there's no Apple washing machine, unfortunately. I was like, this is stupid. It has an app. Why does it have an app? Now I kind of like it because it tells me when the laundry's done.
That I think is kind of useful. I mean, if you're around and you're waiting for stuff, but
it's also useful because I got like other people on the boat. So like if they put a washing load, then I'll get a notification saying it's done. So I'm gonna be like, hello, please hang.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, there's like some little things where. So it brings, like, the reason I wanted to kind of end with the smart fridge is like, are these products dumb because they're Gen 1? You know, like we just haven't seen the full benefits of like smart devices, so they still appear dumb because it's like the first salvo and then they just get better. Or is it like, do you remember 3D TVs? Like this is about 5-10 years ago now, where all the TVs, the TVs came in curved screen, which seemed to have disappeared, and they used to come with like, they're 3D enabled, so you could put on
the glasses.
The glasses, and it would be 3D, and it died off like within like 2 years. And there was even like broadcast standards that were going to happen to enable 3D TV. It just, like I think they timed it with the last Soccer World Cup, and it just never really got anywhere. So, like, is this? I think the smart thing's going to be here to stay, but I just hope that it isn't as dumb as like a feature that no one really wants. And a couple of the use cases, this is the optimistic thing, is like, like there are a few things that I'm like, genuinely, that has, like, I didn't think of it as a use case, but that's genuinely smart. But most of the time, like my Ember coffee mug, just please, I'm already charging my coffee mug. Please don't make me download an app. Anything else you want to add to the smartest dumb things episode?
Well, I'm just waiting until all these smart things now then require you to have your augmented reality glasses on to interact with them. I'm just waiting till your Ember mug does have a temperature dial that you can only see when you've got your Apple Vision Pro on.
I hope that never happens. Oh, actually, I do have something to add on this. Like I said, it is Ramadan, and every Ramadan I raise money for like the less fortunate around Melbourne and like double the donations because, I'm not a charity. So if you happen to want to contribute, it's raffyhalim.com/donate, and I'll be doubling everything up till the funding limit. So little plug for the charity thing.
I shall check it out myself as well.
Yeah. All right. And with that, that's it for yet another episode. And we will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.